Hello, and welcome to the BalanceWorks Employee Assistance Program Orientation. E&I is a national provider of behavioral health and work-life benefits. We cover all 50 states and over 2 million individuals. We've been in operation since 1983, and our corporate office is located in upstate New York. BalanceWorks is the name of the EAP service provided by E&I, and it's available to employees and family members. Some important things to remember are: the EAP provides a wide range of services to help with resolving personal situations and concerns that may affect an individual's well-being or job performance. Our call center is available by calling 1-800-EAP-CALL or 1-800-327-2255, and it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We answer all calls live. The BalanceWorks EAP is included at no additional cost to the employee. It's part of the employee benefits package. The BalanceWorks benefit is available to all eligible employees as defined by your employer, and part-time employees if the organization allows. Eligible family members can also use BalanceWorks. Eligible family members include the employee's spouse or domestic partner, the employee's dependent children up to the age of 26, or the employee's unmarried children, regardless of age, residing with the employee who are mentally or physically incapable of earning their own living. Since BalanceWorks is an employer-sponsored benefit, many people have concerns about the confidentiality of the benefit. Confidentiality is a key principle of the EAP, and all parts of the benefit are confidential. Employers will have no knowledge about an employee using any component of the benefit. Regarding counseling, for ethical and legal reasons, counselors cannot release any information to the employer without the individual's permission in writing. The law protects a person's right to confidentiality during counseling, so we're bound by the same HIPAA laws as your doctor's office or any other medical facility. The only exceptions to confidentiality are if someone is deemed to be a threat to themselves or to someone else, or when the welfare of a child is in question. Next, I'm going to cover the details of the EAP. There are 4 components. E&I recognizes that, due to the busyness of work and life, individuals can't always find the time to accomplish the things they need or want to do. This lack of time causes stress. So E&I includes a personal assistant service to help employees balance the competing demands of work and life by providing a professional to help with those time-related issues. This allows you to have more free time to spend with your family and friends, instead of spending hours on the internet or making phone calls. Some examples of the types of requests that have been answered are vacation planning, locating piano lessons, locating elder and child care services, finding a contractor, locating the best prices for tires, planning weddings, honeymoons, or other major events, or even how to get squirrels out of the attic. Personal assistant requests can be made by calling the toll-free number 1-800-327-2255, by submitting a request online at mybalanceworks.com, or by submitting a request on the mobile app BalanceGo. Use of the personal assistant service is unlimited, and it can be used by all members. A second benefit that members have with BalanceWorks is a free 30-minute telephonic financial consultation with a financial professional per separate issue during the calendar year. Eligible members can have their financial questions answered and get resources and advice for any financial matters such as bankruptcy questions, how to make a budget, credit counseling, etc. Members are also entitled to a no-cost 30-minute consultation with a licensed attorney per issue during a calendar year regarding legal matters, excluding actions between employee and employer. Consultations can be provided over the phone or in person on matters including wills, custody issues, purchasing a home, small claims, and more. If after the consultation, the member needs to hire an attorney because the issue is complex or can't be handled within the 30-minute time frame, the member will be referred to an attorney in the appropriate area. If the member chooses to use this attorney, they will receive a 25% discount on the hourly rate or a 10% discount on flat fee services. Court costs, filing fees, and fines are the responsibility of the individual. It's important to note that any law firms contracted by E&I will not assist an employee in suing their employer. Eligible members can get up to a certain number of free sessions with a mental health professional per separate issue during a calendar year. The number of sessions is based on your organization's agreement with E&I. Per separate issue means that you can use the EAP for counseling multiple times in a year as long as the issues are different. So you can use the EAP for stress in March and then again in July for grief. Don't assume that you can't use the EAP again. Sometimes the reason for the issue is different. For instance, you may be depressed in March due to the death of a loved one, and then in September, you may be depressed because of a divorce. Even though the diagnosis of depression might be the same, the cause of the issue is different. So you may still be eligible for EAP sessions for the depression caused by divorce. It is a clinical assessment and decision, so always call and let E&I decide if the issue is appropriate for EAP counseling. When an employee calls E&I, an intake specialist will refer the employee to a network counselor located near their home or office. All counselors are carefully screened and monitored and are mental health professionals with a master's degree in social work or above. If an employee needs long-term counseling, E&I will assist with finding the appropriate care. So what happens when an employee calls E&I for counseling? The process is very simple. First, employees call the toll-free number at 1-800-327-2255 at any time, day or night, to be connected immediately to an intake specialist at E&I. For counseling inquiries, the intake specialist will ask for basic demographic information, along with questions relating to the situation the individual is calling about. The employee must identify their organization, who they work for, or who their spouse or parent works for. The intake specialist will also assess for suicidal ideation, domestic violence, or drug and alcohol abuse as required by law. The intake takes about 5 minutes to complete, depending on the nature of the call. The intake specialist will provide the individual with a referral to an appropriate mental health professional within our national network of providers. If the individual is uninsured or a compatible provider is unable to be located, E&I will search for local counseling services or community resources that meet their financial needs. For crisis situations, counselors are available for immediate, in-the-moment counseling. They also have access to emergency services if that is needed. Employees and their eligible family members also have access to their own personalized web portal located at www.mybalanceworks.com. First-time users of the MyBalanceWorks website will need to select New User. If you've already created a username and password, you may enter the information into the Returning Users section. New users will be directed to enter a member ID and a group ID. These numbers are only needed for the initial login and are the same for all employees and eligible family members. The member and group ID numbers are printed on the front of the employee member guide that was provided by your benefits administrator or HR department. Once you've entered those numbers, you will fill in the demographic information and you'll be prompted to create your own personal username and password. From that point on, you log in with your personal username and password. You will no longer need the member and group ID numbers. If you've misplaced the member guide, you may contact your HR department or you may call E&I at 1-800-327-2255 and a personal assistant will provide you with the member and group ID numbers. Personal assistants can also assist if you're having difficulty logging in at any time. Once you've logged in, you'll be directed to the home page. You can track personal assistant and ask a counselor requests, access research articles and self-assessments, and our e-learning course library. When you click the e-learning icon, you'll be led to the e-learning course page. There are dozens of trainings covering a variety of topics including wellness, safety, compliance, and human resources. Simply click on the icon for the topic in which you're interested to see the listing of available courses. Members have access to this e-learning library 24/7. E&I recognizes that today's workforce is always on the go, so we include the free mobile app Balance Go to provide quick and easy access to Balance Works. On the app, you can submit personal assistant requests, submit a question to ask a counselor, access articles and self-assessments, and start a legal or financial consultation. Members can create a username and password on either the website or the mobile app. Members can download Balance Go on both the iTunes App Store or Google Play Store. With over 40,000 mental health providers across the US and Canada, employees can see a professional close to their workplace or home, and many of the providers have flexible appointment times, including weekends and evenings. Supervisors can use the EAP as a tool to assist them in getting a troubled employee back on track, thus helping a good employee and saving their company the costs of terminating someone, hiring someone new, and training the new person. The EAP is available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and is entirely confidential. It's a constructive approach for you and your family to maintain a more balanced life, and as a manager, it provides another tool to help you handle the challenges that occur on a daily basis. For additional information, consult your benefit specialists at E&I. Give us a call at 1-800-327-2255 or visit us online at www.mybalanceworks.com and download the mobile app, Balance Go.